Good morning. Once again, it's time for another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Gateville Law Firm's Sean Robertson, located at Gateville Law Firm in Yorkville and at gatevillelawfirm.com. Sean is with us in studio once again. Good morning, Sean. How are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today,
Not
Mike?
too bad. Not bad at all. Our topic for today is we try to bounce around to different areas, all within real estate and estate planning. Today we're talking about transferring and protecting real estate for estate planning and asset protection purposes. Maybe just a quick overview. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're going to talk about basically why estate planning is very critical. And a big part of estate planning is real estate. And a lot of people think estate planning is for the wealthy and elite. But truth of the matter, a lot of people, everyday people, have real estate. That's
for sure. And, a large majority of folks are, middle class or in that range, maybe a little lower class or maybe a little better well off. But it's not, as we've talked many times in this segment, you hear estate planning, that doesn't mean you've got some, massive amount of assets and properties and all those things.
Absolutely. A lot of times you have more simple people that come to us. Don't get me wrong, we have a wide variety. We have people that are doing very well, and we have people that, coming to an attorney is kind of a big deal.
And it's always important when there are a lot of children involved, and that can really make things complicated, right?
It really can, because, really what we're finding, that one of the big things that most families have is almost every family has an adult child that lives with their parents. And when their parents start getting elderly, they have incapacity or death issues. A lot of times, estate planning can help alleviate fighting between siblings. And when I'm talking about siblings, I'm talking about adults.
Yeah, and when it's already set up and concrete in a plan, take some of the emotion out of it at the point where it becomes necessary to, find out how this is all going to get spread around. It's already planned out and taken care of. You don't have to worry about the emotional side of it coming in if it's not planned.
Absolutely. We're in the midst of doing a closing now where we had to evict one of the family members, and the eviction was the first part before we sold the property, and a good estate plan could probably anticipate a lot of those issues and to set up a plan for the person that is the adult, because I think a lot of times there needs to be a mechanism for like how the property is going to be sold, where unanimous vote is difficult all the times, but sometimes you need a plan for maybe that person that's lived with mom or dad. Maybe they need a little bit of extra money to kind of help them, because in today's rental market, rents are so high, and then becoming a first-time home buyer is difficult too.
And plans can, set themselves up to cover a wide range of possible scenarios, right? You can
Correct.
They could be as detailed as you want, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And I think part of the role, Mike, of an estate planning attorney is to identify potential family conflicts. So I don't have a bias, so I listen to the clients, and my role as an attorney is really to ask questions to people, because they know their family better than I do. But my role as an estate planning attorney is to find blind spots that people don't see, and that's where estate planning is the most effective.
And sometimes, and I think we touched on this a little bit last week, the landlords comes up again with the rental property owners. Sometimes they make a mistake, right, by not protecting things.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times you see property either in their individual names or maybe a spouse. And I think setting up those properties in an LLC or maybe combining them with the land trust, these are different strategies to protect the properties that people have worked so hard, because, one lawsuit can really destroy a family's economic security.
And there could be lots of different types of lawsuits about a bunch of different things.
Absolutely. You could have mold claims, housing discrimination, corpse collapses, and a lot of other things. So insurance is also important, but I think having a thought out plan is important, because you just never know when an incident could occur.
All the answers to the questions you have at this point can be answered by the folks at Gateville Law Firm, because they cover the gap that real estate lawyers and estate planning professionals fail to understand. Find out more. Contact Sean Robertson from Gateville Law Firm in Yorkville at 630-780-1034 or go to gatevillelawfirm.com. Join us again next week for Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Gateville Law Firm and Sean Robertson.